Hey, what's happening, YouTube? You guys have tuned into That Plant Dude, or I should say That Plant Dude, where we talk about house plants, indoor gardening, outdoor gardening, and all things plants. Excuse the mess. My girlfriend's got coronavirus, so I've been sleeping out in the living room, and I've managed to avoid getting it. I think today's her last day. So I've been sleeping out here with the plants, having a sleepover. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. I always say that wrong. And we actually got two of them here we're going to be taking a look at. This one have had for a little bit longer. The other one just recently picked up from Costco, and I'm going to bring them over here to a little bit of better light and where we can kind of separate them from the other plants. This plant has a lot of leaf splitting. We got a brand new leaf that just unfurled here, this kind of light green neon one. And we have another one, and I've been waiting maybe 2 or 3 days for this guy to unfurl here, and hopefully it does soon. One thing I will notice, I have had this grow light, and this is just kind of a cheap Amazon grow light. A buddy of mine recommended it to me. I forget the wattage, but it was like 50 bucks or less. And I've noticed since I threw it up, the plants under it have been doing a lot better, and I was a little bit skeptical of LED lights. So as you guys can probably see here, this is the established or the older plant we had. This is the new one we just picked up at Costco, and I might wind up calling this video Costco Plant Find or something like that. Although I am going to go through kind of a little bit about this plant, where it's from, how to care for it, what it likes, what it doesn't like. So as you can see here, this one we got some new leaf growth. I think we also got kind of a healthier green color and a lot more leaf splitting. On this new one we just got from Costco, it was 20 bucks or less. I forget the exact price. It was no more than $23. It may have even been like 17 bucks. Came with the pot. It's planted in sphagnum moss, not soil. Little bit of leaf damage here, a little bit wilted. Doesn't quite have the vibrant green of the other one and not nearly as much leaf splitting, but I thought for 20 bucks, it wasn't that long ago that these plants would cost you 50 bucks for a single leaf cutting. And I feel like they're starting to get more common. They're starting to get easier to find. However, another thing I'm noticing is that a lot of nurseries are starting to realize that the plant community is kind of growing and people are really starting to love plants. I think Instagram's responsible for that, as well as COVID. I know my girlfriend plant collection went from like 20 plants up to about 80 plants just during the lockdowns and everything like that. But yeah, this one's growing really healthy, really fast. I threw this one under the grow light, hoping to kind of turn it around. Let's get a little bit into this plant. So the Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma is one of the most popular house plants right now, and in my opinion, one of the most beautiful. I love these unique leaves that it has. And this is also oftentimes referred to as a mini Monstera, a mini split leaf, or a Guinea philodendron. I don't know if I should be offended by that, being an Italian. Not really sure where that name comes from. At one point, again, these were selling for about 50 bucks for a single leaf cutting, although they seem to be getting more popular. And I got this one at Costco for about 20 bucks. This plant is native to southern Thailand and Malaysia. And an interesting kind of fun fact about it, despite it bearing a resemblance to the Monstera deliciosa, it's not related to it. This is actually neither a Monstera nor a philodendron, although they are in the same family, which is the Aracia family. I can never say that one right. As far as the lighting for these guys, bright filtered light. If growing indoors, direct light is fine through the window. If you're growing it outdoors, dappled sunlight is good, so put it under a tree or under another plant. But this is most definitely not a low light plant. As far as watering and how to water it and care for it, it likes to stay moist during the growing season. I would say it's probably more sensitive to overwatering than underwatering. So if you're going to err on one side, err on the side of underwatering. And try to water when it's dry, maybe the top like inch or two of the soil is dried. And in the winter, you can slow down on the watering quite a bit. Humidity and temperature. This one can tolerate normal household humidity, which is probably 30 or 40 degrees. If you're not sure what your house is, either on Amazon or Walmart, you should be able to get like a temperature and humidity gauge, like a little digital one for just a couple bucks. I'll link to one on Amazon if anybody doesn't feel like running to the store. Your household temperature is probably 30 or 40%. However, if you can give these guys a little bit of extra humidity, they will love it. So if you got a humidifier, you can place that over by it. Again, if you need a humidifier, I'll link to one on Amazon that you can buy. As far as temperature, nothing below 55 degrees, nothing over 100 degrees. If it gets over 100 degrees, the leaves are going to wilt a little bit. But if you were to bring it inside, it should come right back. I would say 70 to 80 degrees is optimal. Soil and fertilizer, you're going to need a well-draining soil, plenty of aeration. It does like being moist, but it doesn't like being soggy. That'll kill it. I like to put in my soil perlite, pumice, pine bark, sphagnum moss, well mixed into the soil. I feed with either some type of high nitrogen fertilizer, or just kind of like a well-rounded fertilizer. Cut down, if not even stop fertilizing or feeding entirely in the wintertime. And as far as repotting, if you give this guy light, it will be a vigorous grower. You'll probably need to repot it once per year, if not even twice per year. And you're definitely going to want to give it like a stick or a moss pole to climb on. Well, a lot of plants can grow on like a pole or be trailing plants. These guys don't really like being trailing plants. They're going to, the leaves aren't going to split. The new leaf growth isn't going to be split. It's just going to look kind of like wilted and leggy. And then lastly, as far as propagation, take a stem cutting with the node. You can root them in water. You can also root them in soil, perlite, or sphagnum moss. Water tends to be a little bit slower, so I do like the sphagnum moss. If you got a rooting box, that's great. If not, throw some sphagnum moss in a Ziploc bag, leave a little slit at the top, and throw your cutting in there. But yeah, more than anything, I just wanted to let you guys know that these are available for Costco. I got this one for, like I said, around 20 bucks, give or take a couple bucks, with the pot. And this one, I'm not really sure where I think we got this one at a nursery. Let's see, what does this say? Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. This one we paid 20 bucks for, although it's growing quite a bit since we got it. Let's see, what do they say? Fast-growing form of aroid, can grow 6 to 12 feet in a season. Shiny split leaves look similar to a Monstera philodendron, but they are not related. Native to Thailand and Malaysia, thrives in bright light. So they said about the same stuff that we said. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell to get more videos like this. And if there's any plants that you guys would like to focus on, let me know, and I'd love to make some videos to kind of cater to your interests. So drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, let me know if you have one of these, let me know any plant care tips that you guys have, and I'll catch you on the next video. Later, guys.